Hello class, today we're working on Unit 3, Lesson 2. And we need to remember the difference between the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate. So I see the words independent and dependent. Does anyone remember if the x-coordinate is independent or dependent? Yeah, I'm singing a David Bowie song. Time may change me, but I can't change time, right? So my independent is my x-axis, or my x-coordinate. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like we need to look at George's stuff, okay? So this is going to be my x, and my dependent is going to be my y. Okay, so let's look at this. I have a feeling we got to look at George's vacation. In looking at this graph, what are we looking at? It says George's vacation. On the x-axis, it says days, and on the y-axis, it says miles. So I'm thinking how many miles he drove or walked, or, well, I don't think walked. 600 miles is a long time, in so many days. So we have an ordered pair right here. We need to know our independent. What does our x equal according to the ordered pair? X is 4, right? Because first comes x and then comes y. Yeah, that's part of the song. I don't think I've sung that part to you. For you go left or right on the x-axis and up and down on the y. Oh my. Yeah, I don't think I've sung that part of the song to you. You want to plot some points on an xy graph, just step right up, pay attention in math. Yep, it comes first comes x and then comes y. It's left or right, then low or high. So our x in this case, which is our independent, is 4. So can you help me with my y? My dependent is going to equal what? Yeah, 600. That's what it says right there, doesn't it? I got it right from there. Also, we could have gotten it from our little table here. So in looking at our table, I know that that is 600. Okay, my line is really pathetic. So I know that that's 600. And that is 4 according to the table and the ordered pair we were just talking about. So this must be by 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hopefully we've discovered that you have to be careful of the way that it's numbered. Notice that this is not by ones, it's by 100s. So we just got to be careful when we read our graph. And I believe that's all we're looking for right now. We know that our days is our x and our y is our miles. And we have a nice little table here. Okay, let's move on. George went on vacation with his family, and they traveled 600 miles in 4 days. There you go. Traveled 600 miles in 4 days. I'm assuming that's by car because that would be awfully far by bike. Unless they're really bike enthusiasts. Okay, let's go on. What is the y-coordinate when x is 7? Well, whenever we look at any kind of points on a graph, we always start at the origin. And it says x equals 7. So you go left or right on the x-axis and up and down on the y. Oh my. So we're going to go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how do I figure out the y-coordinate? Oh, okay, well, let's see where it intersects, right? Couldn't I go, well, let's see, it's going right about there. So my y-coordinate would be right there. Well, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like I'm at 9. So y is going to equal 9. So we could write this as an ordered pair if we wanted to. Oh, that was bad. Let me try this again. If I wanted to write this as an ordered pair, I would say 7, 9, 9. Beautiful. Wasn't that difficult? Just had to count. Ooh, okay. Answers must include a complete sentence when you see the following words in a math problem. Explain, interpret, compare, and give the meaning of. Okay. So your sentence should include the context of the question, your answer, and its label, because we always label our answers. Okay, so let's look at number 2. It says the school store sells book covers X for $2 each and notebooks Y for $1. Tony has $5 to spend. Interpret the point 1, 3. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little graph over here. Okay, and we know that this is going to be my Y and we know that this is going to be my X. But according to them, the word problem I just read, what is my label for my X-axis? I am thinking that too. Book covers. So I'm going to write book covers down here. This is a visual. Mrs. Mapstone is a visual learner. This helps me immediately so much. So I expect you to write this down too. What's going to be my Y? What's representing my Y's? Yeah, I'm going to label my Y-axis notebooks. I think I'll just turn sideways a little here. Notebooks. Okay. So the school store sells book covers X for $2 each and notebooks Y for $1. Tony has $5 to spend. Interpret the point. Ooh, there's that word right there. Whenever we see the following words in math, we need a sentence that will include the context of the question, your answer, and its labels. Well, you know what? We kind of already did its labels over here on this graph. That's kind of cool. Now, my answer. What is my X value going to be? Yeah, X is equaling 1. What's my Y value equal? Y equals 3. Okay, so those are our answers. Now the context of the question, what does this mean? Okay, I'm going to read it again. I know I'm getting a little repetitive here, but I just need to read it again. The school store sells book covers X for $2 each and notebooks Y for $1. Tony has $5 to spend. Interpret the point 1, 3. So we need to write out our answer. Well, who are we talking about? Yeah, Tony. And what about Tony? He has to spend $5, but what did he do? Tony, how about bought? Because he's spending money. Bought. Now let's look at our X value. How many book covers did he buy? 1, right? Tony bought 1 book cover. And how many notebooks did he buy? Yeah, just look at our Y value. And 3 notebooks. Okay, I just need to reread it one more time and make sure I answered all of the questions. And I included the context, the answer, and the labels. The school store sells book covers X for $2 each and notebooks Y for $1. Yeah, I don't really care how much they are. I don't need to interpret that. Tony has spent $5. Interpret the point 1, 3. Tony bought 1 book cover and 3 notebooks. Yeah, I answered the question. I did interpret the point. Beautiful job. Okay, let's try Sally. Sally has a cell phone, and her plan includes unlimited minutes. The equation Y equals, well, we'll say 10 cents, X, plus 65 represents the total cost after she sends a certain number of text messages. What is the total cost if Sally sends 50 text messages? Well, I think I'm going to draw that little graph again. I'm going to draw a little graph, knowing that my Y is here, my X is here. Now, they didn't tell us what was X and Y in this particular problem, did they? Okay, I'm stumped. Anybody help me? Ooh, Ooh, did somebody just talk about total cost? Now, total cost, is that dependent or independent? Total cost is dependent upon whatever else is going on there. So, can I write total cost on that side of my graph? I think so. But what am I comparing the total cost to? Yeah, the number of text messages. So my X value is the number, yes, I know that's hashtag, but it also means number of text messages. Okay, this is just helping me so much doing this little graph and seeing what's going on here. Now, do I know what X equals? Oh, number of text messages, I do. So X equals 50. Now, do I know what Y equals? Kind of, right? Didn't they give it to us right there? Y equals 10 cents X plus 65. What is the total cost after she sends 50 text messages? What is the total cost? OMG, what are we going to do? Yeah, we're going to plug in 50 where X is. So Y equals 0.10 times, I'm putting that 50 in right there, plus 65. Well, hopefully you don't need a calculator for this. Hopefully you know that 50 times 0.1 is the same as 5, plus 65. So how much is the total cost if Sally sends 50 text messages? You're right, $70. Beautiful job. So we're going to say Y equals $70.
I thought you were talking to me.
So have we answered the question? Sally's cell phone plan includes unlimited minutes. The equation Y equals 10 cents X, or a tenth X, plus 65 represents the total cost after she sends a certain number of text messages. What is the total cost if Sally sends 50 text messages? Yeah, we solved the question. Beautiful. Now, it looks like number 4 is a lot like number 3. We're actually trying to figure out how many lessons did Joey take if the total cost was $633. So be careful. We've been given Y, not X. Okay? I want you to try that for homework tonight. And when you come in tomorrow, we will talk about it as a group. Take care.